Hello everyone, this is Zach with the Gridiron Review, and this is our breakdown of the 2023 East-West Shrine Bowl. In what was a offensive onslaught 12-3, there was not a ton of standouts, but we're going to try to cover who was disappointment, who flashed, who we thought were really good, and our MVPs of the game. Starting off with a couple of disappointments, the first one being A.T. Perry from Wake Forest, a player that has had back-to-back great seasons. We were looking to see if he could dominate his frame as well as his pedigree for catches. We felt like this would be an opportunity for him to show that he is a legitimate prospect, and he just was not a factor. And then Jacob Copeland from Maryland, he was a player we heard all week as a standout in practice, and I believe he had one catch, just nothing spectacular from either of these two, despite high expectations heading into the game. A couple players who flashed for us, which means they showed some potential but didn't look amazing, is Dorian Thompson-Robinson, the quarterback from UCLA. He's actually our QB3 at the moment, which is insane, but he has a lot of traits to like, including his leadership and hustle. He shook off a really ugly first throw after 7 or 8 straight runs by the offense. He had a couple really good throws under duress, a long drop pass by his best target in college, Jake Bobo. He showed off his athleticism as well as impressive arm strength on the end of the half Hail Mary attempt. Arm strength that didn't necessarily show up on tape. Another is Jordan Mims, the running back from Fresno State. He had a very long run to start, and then he added a 21-yard catch, as well as just impressive overall numbers. Joseph Ngata, the wide receiver from Clemson, had a very good adjustment on not errant throw, but it was behind him, and he caught it, he high-pointed it, and he could be a size speed project at the next level. Dante Stills, the D-tackle from West Virginia, was a practice standout. He showed good disruption throughout the day, as well as a good initial first step that could get him noticed for the next level. A couple of players of ours who shrined, we'll have to thank Jack for that pun. Kaz Allen, who is listed as a running back in the Shrine game, yet didn't really play much there at UCLA. He was used in a variety of ways in the game, including running back, caught a couple of passes. He was used primarily as a returner. He could be a Jamal Agnew type at the next level, just very versatile gadget. Drake Thomas and Isaiah Moore, the linebackers from North Carolina State. Two linebackers who played equally well, yet in different ways. Thomas played the gaps as well as in the box and looked to be a pretty decent run defender, while Isaiah Moore had a really good pass breakup where he got his head around at the last second and seemed very capable in coverage. Bennett Williams, a safety from Oregon. He played a lot of the slot and looked extremely comfortable, as well as showing some versatility, including box and deep zone, and he seemed decently reliable as a tackler. Trey Dean II from Florida, he was a practice standout according to reports, and he stood up the running back in the red zone. It was a key play, as well as picked off a tipped pass. Lastly, we have our two players of the game. To no one's surprise who watched, Xavier Valade, the running back from Wyoming. He looked like he was clearly the best player there. Multiple 10-yard runs, showed toughness to match a known quickness that he had. He had great vision and wiggle to get through very small holes in the offensive line. Overall, he had 13 carries for 76 yards and should get drafted easily. And B.J. Thompson, the edge, he had 2 sacks and looked like he was easily the best defensive player out there. He had impressive athleticism to go along with multiple additional pressures and could be a project player taken later in the draft. This concludes our coverage of the East-West Shrine Bowl 2023. Please keep a lookout for our Senior Bowl breakdown and future content as we're revving up for the draft. Thank you everyone. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you later.